You know what I'm saying? That's my era. So I see something today. Well, actually, I was listening to the radio, and they were saying that I guess a clip had resurfaced about Boosie talking about Dwayne Wade's daughter.
Talking about man's kids.
But you know, before that, Boosie had made waves too. Another clip that I don't think this was research. I think this was pretty new. He says Jay-Z is not relevant in music, and this is why I don't like thumbnails with just those titles. You know what I'm saying? Because they can get misleading. Yeah. Being a Jay-Z fan myself, ultimate Tupac fan, but being a Jay-Z fan myself, I feel like Jay is relevant in music. Like the Carters came out and I still bang that. You know what I'm saying? I still bang 444. I still bang Jay-Z, period. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Not like that. You know what I mean? But
if I'm not mistaken, I think they said his verse on God Did was the most researched verse this year so far.
I believe it because, I mean, it caused so much controversy with it being so lengthy and with, in my opinion, Lil Wayne having a better verse on that song. Mm-hmm. But I guess, you know, Jay's in a different realm now. Yeah. Him and Nas, Nas has been in a different realm. It's times when you think a person is over rapping, they're giving you insight, they're giving you knowledge. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think Jay took the opportunity to do that on that song. But I did agree with Boosie's comment to a certain extent, though. Right. You know what I'm saying? When we hear more music on a consistent basis, we don't really, the youth isn't comparing people to Jay-Z anymore. They have their own greats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Boosie has been able to coexist with this younger generation of artists. Yeah. You know, much like Meek Mills has been able to, even though, Boosie was an artist out before Meek Mills had hit the scene. But I did see them both way back in the day, though. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. As far as them that come up and stuff like that. But when Boosie made that comment, I couldn't totally disagree with him. But I think that what hurts Boosie is his willingness to comment on certain stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because
that boy ain't got no hair on his tongue.
You know what I'm saying? It's and he speaks, I think, from a place of concern as a black man and as a parent. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's speaking out of a place of malice when he's speaking. And he makes valid points. Yeah. And he does say things that a lot of people I've heard say in private. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to give Boosie his flowers for that because it takes a lot of courage to say the things he's saying. I don't think he's being disrespectful when he's speaking about things that you brought to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? When we talking about different topics, whether it's becoming a person who makes alterations to their body because they feel like there's alterations already been made to their soul, to make things line up better. Yeah. You don't want to disrespect anybody in the way they see things and view things through the lens they have in life. You know what I'm saying? So I think that he didn't want to go into it disrespecting, but I think as a parent and as a person that hasn't seen this before, and the lack of support that black people have had, and all of the support that people who have letters categorizing who they are, the support they've gotten, I think that it makes a person like Boosie look at things again and say it because of the platform that he's on. You know what I'm saying? So those things, he said, Jay being not relevant because in light of NBA Youngboy saying, I'm not NBA Youngboy, but 21 Savage saying Nas wasn't relevant. Boosie had piggybacked. Well, he didn't really piggyback. He was asked a question by Vlad. Vlad is he got to ask Boosie. You know what I'm saying? So he asked Boosie, and then that spiraled into the Jay-Z comment, which was at a different date because Boosie was wearing different outfits. Right. But I do believe most of his comments, you know what I'm saying, that he said about Jay. And he also said that people respect Jay-Z's hustle. And that's something that when we see Jay-Z's name or we see something that's coming out, whether it's a song, you see them $1 billion amounts.
Yeah.
You do see Jay-Z. You see all of that because that's what Jay-Z encompasses, and you see the God MC, him, Jehovah. You know what I'm saying?
Thank God for giving me
this smoke of the clan.
this
What
smoke
are your thoughts on some of that? You know, with the GabrielleUnion thing. And, before I do, let you chime in though. The comments, I say Boosie is not a person that's gonna hold back. GabrielleUnion said some things about the clip. Boosie in turn said some things about GabrielleUnion and Dwayne Wade. I don't know if it was as a defense mechanism or if, again, Boosie is saying what a lot of people are, when we having barbershop talk or we having coffee talk, are these the kind of things, that you're hearing other people say? Because everybody's not going to be on one accord.
I personally...
And do you think Boosie is talking too much?
I don't think Boosie's talking too much. I think Boosie is doing what the people... He's the forefront of what the people are actually saying. I do think that GabrielleUnion is out of touch. He called her a white girl. I'm going to call her out of touch. I won't disrespect the man's wife, but I will say this much right here.
Yeah.
I personally don't believe in altering your body. I definitely believe in making sure that you're up to par,
And our personal beliefs are for our person.
Exactly. That's it's all personal. It's
not to tell somebody else what to do.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I agree with that.
I call that to me it's a catch-22. Me personally, there's some things I don't believe in as far as I'll put it like this. Me being straight.
Or cis.
Cis, straight. I'm gonna say straight because
if I want to,
right. So since
because why is it called straight?
If they get to be called gay, and they cool with gay or homosexual,
but and that's the thing
they cool
too.
With that, so I'm cool with being straight.
But saying we're straight is like saying they're crooked. It's like putting connotations on somebody that are untrue.
Who got to the words first?
And that's what I'm saying. It's not about we don't know if you were a homosexual or heterosexual who wrote these sayings. We don't know people's personal lives, but it's just crazy how involved people are with what other people want to do to themselves.
And then this is
understand what I'm saying?
This is the part that I kind of want to get into, man. Like there's gay people out there, and that's fine. And then there's people out there who are straight. And that's fine.
But man, saying we're straight is like saying they're crooked.
Okay, let me go back to this.
You know what I'm saying?
There are people out there who are homosexual, and that's fine. And there's people who are heterosexual, and that's fine. I think where people start to get a distaste is for two ways. I'm gonna say this in the best two ways I can. When I'll call it for the representative, the man who is hyper masculine versus the heterosexual man who is hyper feminine. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's where the disdain comes in as far as us pointing fingers at each other. You know what I mean? That's toxic masculinity. You could actually look at a homosexual and say that's toxic femininity. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes. I'm not saying that if you're homosexual, you're toxic. I'm not saying that at all. I'm only saying is the opposite polar sides to both of those situations.
But see, the issue is, and this is why I ask, is Boosie talking too much? Because it creates these never-ending conversations.
You're gonna go in circles with them,
and that's what I'm saying.
Homosexuals on heterosexual sides, and vice versa.
The point is, are we wasting brain power on things that don't fucking matter?
Big time.
You understand what I'm saying? Like it's like, why am I so obsessed with what that person is doing? Unless it's harming the next motherfucker, why am I obsessed with that? And this is where I have to say Boosie has to stand on what he's saying. I get it. You said something as a parent, and I totally agree to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But when you're infringing on other people's beliefs and their freedom of speech, you know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing if I would have heard Boosie just said, I mean, that's how they live. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with that. This is what I agree with, but that's how they live.
Right.
But when we tie emotions to it, and it's like, okay, if your son or daughter they want to be a mechanic, right? You're gonna be a parent to that mechanic in a certain way to help them become a better mechanic.
Most definitely.
if this person wants to be a gym teacher, they're going to be a parent to a gym teacher.
Yeah.
They're going to be a parent to a scientist. You're going to be a parent to a doctor. You know, we have different characteristics about ourselves.
Yeah.
And these characteristics are only important for you and your growth and how you are able to help the world and help yourself continuously grow as a person. So I'm just wondering, what was the point of, I get it. Dwayne Wade put it out there for the world to see his family.
Right.
But what if Dwayne Wade, just what if Dwayne Wade thought that the world would be more receiving than it has been about him and his family? What if he didn't put it out there for the criticism? He put it out there to help his son adjust. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what if because you got to look at things in different aspects.
And I'll add to that too. You got ladies out here, you got men out here who are dressing their kids up like thugs and portraying a thug life on camera, saying my little nigga or this little, you know what I'm saying?
My
She
little
gonna
broke best friend.
Yeah, and all of that is toxic.
Other than my child.
Exactly.
Other than my little princess and my little king.
So there's nothing.
My little prince.
So we individualize all of that and say, okay, that's for you and your household. That's for you and your household, and that's fine. I have to agree with you on that. That's fine. We all are who we are, and it is what it is at the end of the day. When I think about that, I definitely do think that Boosie's kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Just remember us being kids?
Yeah.
And hearing the adults talk about our gay cousins in the derogatory ways.
Yeah.
Like, that shit used to make my skin crawl.
Yeah,
like, bro, like, that's, why y'all talking about
He's still a human being.
You're not even saying this shit to his face.
Yep. And when you see them, hey. Yeah, nah, I ain't.
And shout out to that particular cousin. I saw him at a wedding earlier this year, and I definitely had to speak to him and see how he been doing, because I ain't seen cousin forever. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's just crazy how do you call yourself? Now, answer me this: how do you call yourself, whatever you call yourself, but you're obsessed with what other people are doing?
How do you say? Say that one more time.
How do you call yourself what you call yourself, but you're obsessed with what other people are doing?
You're not living in your own skin.
You living in their skin, so you might as well be whatever they're deeming themselves as.
Go ahead and pay that mental rent.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just,
yeah.
I mean, sometimes, and I think social media has done this. Sometimes you have to learn to mind your business, or if you can't say anything good, don't say nothing at all.
Don't say nothing at all.
It's not that you don't have an opinion about something,
but
should it be voiced?
Yeah.
It should be support for this young lady.
Because don't get me wrong, you know we all have an opinion about shit.
Put it like this: what if your child wants to do whatever they want to do?
Man, I'm gonna support it.
You
as
have
long
to.
as
If
it's
they're
not killing nobody, all that good stuff right there, man.
How can you say, "Oh, I'm not gonna love my child because my
society.
child is gay," or
Yeah,
I'm not gonna love my child because my child is a transgender? Like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't.
If my son came out and said he was, I was like, well,
you have to
guess
support
we're going to get what you like.
That's your
you know
child,
what I'm saying?
man.
Like,
that's your child.
I definitely want to, you know what I'm saying? But here go the thing. You still, well, I ain't never seen a gay dude who still didn't like Jordans.
Man, dude.
I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was about to say something that was like, wait a minute. How you just gonna say they don't like that? Like, for all they know, I'm wearing a Vans shoe right now. Like, I know that ain't the shoe for gays. You know what I'm saying?
Man, come on.
So
man.
It's, you know what I mean? Like, it's
itemizing things
exactly.
too much.
You can't be doing
that. And
then we
you
get
gotta
racism.
remember, these people have wanted and have been on Earth for probably as long as Earth has been here.
Exactly.
Nothing is new under the sun. So why are we creating these categories for people that are just people, man? And they needed to be treated with respect, just like we need to be treated with respect, just like the next men need to, and the women need to be treated with fucking respect. It's just respect. And sometimes, even though you know you have a voice, it's just not good to say something.
So what do you guys think? Put that down in the comment box.
Please.
Like, share, subscribe. Demo TV 369.